What's going on, Big Pat Sports Talk fans? Today we're going to talk about some receivers that the New York Giants can target at the trade deadline. We need receiver help. Daniel Jones needs a receiver that he can go to besides Darius Slayton. And we got Shepard back, but if we had another receiver on the other side, I think we would be okay. So here are some of the targets that I think we should target around the trade deadline. I really don't want to give up too much draft capital because we need draft picks as we're rebuilding. But if we could get one of these receivers, it would be dope. So first, let's talk about Mr. Kenny Golladay. He's the hottest topic going on right now. Mr. Kenny Golladay of the Lions. I heard he's on the trade block. I think we can get him for a second-round pick, man. But this guy, he would be nice for Daniel Jones, man. He's 6'4", great route runner. And he just knows how to use his body to get the ball, man. He's a big play target, and he would immediately be our number one receiver. We get him, man, it opens up Darius Slayton so much, and we're going to be able to go down the field because Kenny Golladay, he's an elite possession receiver. He's not going to wow you with blazing speed down the field, but what he does is he uses his body as like a basketball player, man. He grabs anything in his path, anything in his catch radius, he's coming down with it, man. The guy is great. Can't believe Detroit would want to get well, I can't believe because it's Detroit. They lose all their good players, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. You know Detroit does what they do. They have AKA the toilet, but Kenny Golladay would be a great addition to the team. He's big. He gives Daniel Jones a receiver that he can count on. He can count on to get 50-50 balls. He's a good route runner, so he's going to catch slants. He's going to catch ends. He's going to catch fades. He's going to catch back shoulder throws. He's going to do everything for Daniel Jones, man. He'll be a great asset for Daniel Jones' development. Like I said, I think we could get him for a second-round pick. Maybe a third. I wouldn't give up a first though. No, he's not worth a first round pick. And reason why I say he's not worth a first round pick because he's gonna be an unrestricted free agent after this year. But if Mr. Gettleman decides that he wants to go for the division this year, which is still winnable, even though we're 1-6, that's how bad the NFC East is. We can actually win this division, man. All we got to do is string along 3 to 4 wins in a row, and we'll be in the driver's seat. And I believe this guy opens up a lot for the offense. So if we could get Kenny Golladay for a second-round pick, I say pull the trigger, and let's see what Daniel Jones has, man. If he can't get anything done, if we had Kenny Golladay, then we got to see what we can get in free agency or the draft, because Daniel Jones won't be what we need, and that would be sad because he was the number 6 pick overall. But I think the kid Daniel Jones, he's a good quarterback. He just needs talent around him. He doesn't have anybody around him. But getting Kenny Golladay, that would change a lot. Okay, next, fans, we're gonna be talking about Mr. Amari Cooper. Shout out to the Hall of Famer Steve Smith, but on copy his quote, this guy has a PhD in route running, so he would be a great addition if we could get him at the trade deadline. I wanted to go higher than a second-round pick because our first-round pick is going to be pretty high, so if he's available from the Cowboys for a second-round pick, it would be a great addition to the team because he is an excellent route runner, and he will open up the whole field for the rest of the Giants receivers. As far as Sterling Shepard, it will allow him to be in his regular position, which is the slot, and will allow Darius Slayton to get deep on the second best corner on the team. This would be great for Daniel Jones as well, and he will automatically be our number one receiver. When it comes to being a number one receiver, he's proven. He proved it with the Raiders, and he's proved it with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys are a mess, so when I heard Amari Cooper was up for sale, I wasn't surprised because they have to get rid of some cap for next year because I think they have no choice but to sign Dak Prescott now because look at them when Dak Prescott went down. Look at them; they're a mess, man. And then they already have CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, so I think they can roll with those two guys and still be fine to get them a nice slot receiver, which they already have in Cedric Wilson. He's a nice slot, man. He's made some good plays for the Cowboys this year. But Amari Cooper on the Giants would be dynamite. Him and Darius Slayton would be a great 1-2 punch for the Giants and Joe Judge. And he already knows Jason Garrett's offense, so that's also a major plus. With him out there, I believe our offense could be wide open, especially when Saquon Barkley gets back next year off his torn ACL. So Amari Cooper will be a dynamite addition for us in our offense, man. I believe that guy can get us at least 10 touchdowns right now. If he came to the team right now, I believe he can get us about 8 to 10 touchdowns because he's that great of a route runner. And that amount of pressure off Darius Slayton, man, he can bust out and be a great player as well on the second best corner, because I believe he has major talent as well. So if we could get Amari Cooper for a second round, man, that'd be great. Look out for him to be traded, though. I think there's a 60% chance he'll be traded this year, because the Cowboys, man, I don't know what's going on over there in Dallas, but hey, it is what it is, man. We're all terrible in the NFC East, so I don't feel sorry for him. But Amari Cooper, that's the second guy on my list. If we can get him, that would be a tremendous grab for us. All right, third on the list, we're going to be talking about Mr. Kenny Stills, receiver of the Houston Texans as of now. He's been considered on the trade block for a little while now. Kenny Stills, man, he's a very good, well-rounded receiver, man. He would definitely be a great addition to the Giants. He's a well-rounded receiver, big body receiver that actually has very good routes and nice speed. He wouldn't be as dynamic as Amari Cooper or Kenny Golladay, but he would definitely give Daniel Jones a very reliable option when it comes to the passing game, man. And that's what we need right now, man. We need somebody reliable that can win routes on the outside and on the inside if needed. Kenny Stills, man, he's been a steady receiver in this league for a while now. He started off with the Saints, then he got traded to the Dolphins, and then he got traded to the Texans. I wouldn't say he's a number one receiver, but if he came to the team, he would be no less than a number two receiver on this team. And he also will open up things for Slayton to go deep down the field, man. I believe this guy can work on the outside, on the left, and he can win some matchups, man. He can win some slants, he can win some outs and ends. He would definitely be a great addition to the team. I can see him getting a lot of first downs for us. When it comes to that 3rd and 4, 35, and we need a receiver to win, I believe he can be that receiver. I believe he can be that receiver that gets nice post routes to get us down the field, good 14 to 15-yard gains. Like I said, he will definitely be able to open it up a lot for Darius Slayton going down that field, because that's what we really need, Darius Slayton to go down the field, man, because he has excellent speed, he has excellent body control, and he can catch. He's shown that he can go up and grab that ball. So will Kenny Stills. I see a lot of back shoulder throws for Kenny Stills as well. He would be a great addition to the Giants, and he will help out Daniel Jones a whole lot. So as far as compensation for him, man, I would say 4th or 5th round pick. Definitely can get this guy away from the Texans. It's just that if Mr. Mayer, Mr. Gettleman feel that he can help this franchise as far as our receivers. So let's see. He would be a great addition. I wouldn't be mad if we got Kenny Stills. Okay, next we're going to talk about Mr. A.J. Green, number 4 on my list. A.J. Green, I don't believe is not what he was before, and that's why I believe he's on a trading block. He stays hurt a lot. I mean, his injury history is very long. I wouldn't give up no more than a 3rd round pick for A.J. Green. But say if we do get Mr. A.J. Green, he does become our number 1 receiver. he will be our best receiver, and he will be a nice possession receiver for Daniel Jones. When it comes to receiving, man, this guy, he's been doing it a long time. He's 32 years old, so that's why I don't see giving up a whole lot of draft capital for him. And I don't see us giving him a huge contract, so that's why I have him fourth on my list. I'm kind of reluctant to get the guy, because if you do get the guy, he's going to ask for a huge contract next year, because this is really going to be one of his last contracts before his career is over, and he's going to be looking to cash in. And I just don't think he's worth real big receiver money anymore. I think the guy's lost a step, and he's not the deep threat that he was before. You can see it throughout this season with the Bengals, with Joe Burrow, and I believe he's going to be phased out anyway with Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. You know, they got some receivers over there, so I really don't think it's worth giving up a high pick like a second or a first round pick. I even think a third round pick is high, but if we feel that this guy can really help us, then yeah, I'll give up a third round pick for him. But AJ Green, he would be a nice addition to the team, and he would help out Daniel Jones a lot when it comes to, like I said, back shoulder throws. He'll be a great possession guy. So if we do get him, hopefully we don't give up anything more than a third round pick for him, because I just don't think that AJ Green is what he used to be because of the injury. Still a good receiver, still better than a lot of receivers in the league. I just don't think he's worth Julio Jones money or Amari Cooper money or any type of money like that. I think he's on the downside of his career, and a third round pick would be kind of high, but a fifth round pick would be fair value for AJ Green right now. So look out for AJ Green. I think he's gonna go to the Packers though. So that's what I have on AJ Green, man. If he does come to the Giants, man, it'd be a great addition, but I'm not sweating it. I'm not pushing for us to get AJ Green like that, because he's not what he used to be. Okay, we're gonna talk about our last trade deadline receiver target. Another Bengals receiver we've been connected to is Mr. John Ross, former first round pick out of Washington. He's a speedster, but he's really been a disappointment so far in his career with the Cincinnati Bengals. He's not lived up to that first round pick that that the Bengals used on him. I really don't see us getting this guy. If we do get this guy, I won't give up no more than a 6th round pick. Maybe we could do a player for player trade. Maybe somebody that we're wanting to give up, one of our players that we're wanting to get rid of during the trade deadline. But there's really not much I can say about John Ross other than he'll be another speedster on the team. He'll open up the defense with his speed. He has 4.2 speed, so we can use him on special teams as far as kick returns and punt returns. And I don't see him being a dynamic receiver for us, because he hasn't proven that during his career. Now, he did have 1 year where he had, I believe, 7 touchdowns or 8 touchdowns. So, hey, say he could be our one-hitter quitter guy. If somebody makes a mistake, blow a coverage, or if somebody makes a mistake, put him one-on-one, and he can beat them deep. Hey, he'll be a welcome addition, but I wouldn't give up too much draft capital for him. Not to say that you might as well say he's been a bust so far. So if we can get him for a 6th or 7th round pick, hey, we need the help at receiver. Can't be no worse than the guys we already have. So that's the end of my trade deadline receivers we are connected to as far as getting to help out Daniel Jones. Maybe we could get one of these guys, one of the top guys, like Kenny Golladay. Man, I would be ecstatic. Amari Cooper would be great. Kenny Stills would be great. And AJ Green wouldn't be great, but it'd be better than what we have. And John Ross, he'd just be another receiver body that we can try out for this year, and then more than likely he'll be released as an unrestricted free agent. So those are my receivers that I think we can get, and hey, let's try to get one. And if so, If not, I won't be disappointed because we're still rebuilding and we need all the draft capital we can get. But those are my receivers, and thank you for watching.